documents, attachments. You can see here, so we have one from 8/6, and then we have one from 8/12 today. Oh. We had some great feedback from Varin. Hopefully I'm saying that right. But they were curious about getting their agent to, or getting their Power Automate flow to go into an attachment folder for each day of the week. So here's one for 8/6. So that was when I created this flow. You can see it ran a few times that day. Let's look at this flow now. I'm going to move myself out of the way. Let's explain this flow and how it works. So this is the trigger. So the trigger is whenever an email comes in through the client support mailbox in this case, which is way over here. This says client support at flowdevs.io. I think we can zoom into that. There we go. So you can see here. So whenever an email is sent to client support at flowdevs.io. Oh, we're way zoomed out. And then we want to do includes an attachment and only with attachments. So only emails with attachments will trigger this flow to run. There's a few things we need to get when we think about running a flow that needs to run every day. Put a folder in something every day. So when you get the current time, luckily Power Automate has an action for this. If you just click the plus button and add get current time, that will work here. Then you need to convert UTC, because get current time gets the time in UTC into the time zone that you want to run it in. So in this case, I'm running it every single day. And I can show you how that works here. So it's getting the day and it's doing some time unit formatting here. This is important. This part right here is important. So make sure that you have the right formatting, because otherwise your folders are going to come out wrong. And I'm going to show you where those folder names would come out wrong. So you can see here, this folder, this attachment folder up here. Down here is that variable. So now we're going to create a new folder, which is what we do here. It's nice because I verified that if you create a new folder. All right, editor Justin here. One thing I did a bad job of is explaining how these variables work. So we get the attachments here. Right here, we don't actually need any variables, so that's good. But this body variable here, it actually comes from the body of the current time. So if you see current time, you'd click this, that puts the body there. So, and then the similar thing here, the output of the converted time is the body variable here. So if you look at this, this then becomes the converted time body variable. And that's where you get that from 10 seconds ago, Justin. That's where you get the attachment folder name here. This date is that body variable. So this could be anything. Like I could put 1, 2, 3 after here, and then each of these would have 1, 2, 3 after the names. And then similar here, we're not actually grabbing too much. We're grabbing just the folder path. So you grab the folder path from here, and then you just grab the body from the converted time. So that's folder path here, and I can zoom in. This will be helpful. Move myself a little bit out of the way. So if you look here, this is converted body time here. Where is it? Down here, over here. That's convert time zone. So that's the time zone. And this is the folder path from the outputs of the folder. And then you need the file name is the item name, which comes from the variable item name is the attachment name. And then this is the attachment bytes. Content right here, content. So that's content is content, file name is the attachment name, folder path is folder path from the SharePoint folder, and then the converted time zone, whatever really the folder you named from the previous step is the folder you want to put in there. So I hope that explains that. And then back to future but present Justin. You can have it create a new folder multiple times. So you'll see there's multiple files in here, or there's just one file, but not multiple folders, which is good. You can see that they didn't fail. So now I'm going to actually send a file here. So let's actually go to my email. So I'm just going to send this, and I'm going to attach file. We should be able to see it create the file here now. So if we refresh the page, the file and the folder should be here. So here's the folder from today's date. I'm going to actually just edit that file. So I'll edit that file and change that file name really quick here. I'm just putting another E in there. It's going to be hard to tell. But what I'm going to do is open this up again. Just send the same email basically. And then it's just a different attachment. And that way we'll see how long it takes again. So we're starting at 5:58 p.m. CST. We'll let it run. Should have showed up now. Let's refresh this folder. There we go. So you can see it didn't recreate the folder, put it in the same folder. So this will create the folder. Specifically, let's talk about how I see, kind of to your question about having it run at 1 a.m. So if I wanted this to run at 1 hour ahead of where it's at, I can name this whatever I want in the folder path here, converted time. But if you convert the time to a time zone, this would be the easiest way. That's just 1 hour ahead or behind or wherever you want to be, and just make sure it works. That would technically do what you want. And that would be the way I would just recommend doing it. You could create a function, and math is hard, but that just seems easiest. Just use what's built into Power Automate. And then in 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 loop, 5 actions, you're able to create a folder within SharePoint for every single day. And you can select a SharePoint folder that you wanted. And I'll just show you really quick where that is. So in the create folder, you just select, this is a Teams enabled SharePoint, but every single Teams channel has a SharePoint. And that's what this is. So our client support channel. In the documents folder and the attachments folder path here, if you look documents, attachments, you can see here. So we have one from 8/6, and then we have one from 8/12 today. Hope this was helpful and it gets you going on a little bit more of triggers. This is an example of a scheduled trigger daily. This is quite common in the automation world. Hope this was helpful. If it was, subscribe, like the video, join the Discord. I'm always happy to hear what you guys have, and I'll make these videos as I can to help you get more use out of Power Automate, Microsoft tools, and any other of the automation engines you're using in today's day and age. Thanks for watching. Bye.